Hey guys, it's Alexi. Welcome back to Dance Curios. Today I'm going to be reacting to Zendaya's first 3 performances for Dancing with the Stars. Let's go ahead and get into it. I had to go back because I'm like, how young was she? Because I'm like, she must be pretty young because it was season 16 and she's not old now. And apparently she is 16. And she's also the youngest contestant that, at least at that time, they had ever had on the show. It also mentioned in the little blurb that she's a hip-hop dancer, which is good to know. Let's see what Miss Zendaya has for us. It's contemporary, if I didn't say that already. Her lines are pretty good. Wow, nice. Beautiful. I'm going to pause it for a second just to say already she's very fluid and lyrical with her body. It's funny because she's a hip hop dancer, but she has the build of a ballerina. Anyway, continuing. There are moments where she needs to be a little careful of her posture. It's a problem that we tall people have sometimes. So we can hunch over a little because we're so long. She's so athletic and enthusiastic. I think is gonna go very well for her. I mean, frankly, most people who are professional ballroom and Latin dancers, who are in their, not most people who are professional ballroom Latin dancers, but most people who are in their competitive peak are somewhere in that late teens to early 20s zone. So she's well set up to do all of those really flashy athletic things. Obviously being younger in some ways has its downside because you don't necessarily have the same weight of emotion, you don't necessarily have the same internal confidence, blah blah blah. That having been said, she's already a star in this, and obviously that's everything she, even so far at this time, had accomplished. Takes a lot of determination and guts, and so I think she's going to do just fine. Anyway, let's keep going. She's adorable. Beautiful. Yeah, not a bad frame. Aw, that was lovely. It was interesting. That was very ballroom for a contemporary dance. Yeah, no, it's interesting. She's the perfect build for a ballerina. But I don't know if she has ballet background or not. I kind of feel like maybe not much of it if she does, just because of the way she's holding herself a little bit. But a lot of her lines looked really, really good, and she continued them, and she's very, yeah, it's very expressive and kind of fluid. There were moments where it wasn't completely smooth, but for first week, really, really good. Also, the only other thing I would say is that it was a very athletic performance to the extent that I don't know that she felt super connected to the music to me, but other than that, that was really great. And again, it's the first week, plus she's an actress, so even if I didn't feel it this week, I'm sure I will feel it in the later weeks. So that was nice. Okay, here we go with Zendaya's second performance. It's a jive. Oh, that's great. She just is bursting with energy, which is fantastic for a jive. Nice. Just that perfect silhouette for that 1920s flapper thing. It looks great. Also, I love her energy. She isn't quite 100% standing up perfectly straight. Again, it took me a while to learn that myself because I'm tall, and I feel like when you're tall and a girl, you tend to sometimes try to, you shrink in a little sometimes, or you just I don't know, you haven't quite grown into your body yet when you're a teenager. Her feet aren't bad. Nice. Yeah, she's so young and limber and flexible. She can just do all of it. That's great. Very sharp. That's so fun. I'm just like, I'm loving how much they're pulling in kind of very classic, like Charleston, just how much that vibe and the whole like kind of like do 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 do, in part because it just really suits her and she pulls it off very well. And of course, as an actress, she's just very much performing it and making it very fun and engaging. She needs to be careful not to let her shoulders come up too much. Yeah, I'm impressed. Her feet are better than I would expect them to be for this stage of the competition. Nice. Good job, Zendaya. That was really, really good. That was a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, she's very natural and very expressive, and it had more technical quality than I would be expecting on week 2 for sure. And I know she's a hip hop dancer, but that doesn't necessarily translate all that well into Jive or contemporary. That translates a little better. Anyways, so I was impressed by that. Okay, here we go with Zendaya's third performance, which is a Viennese Waltz. I am very excited. Once again, I think I've said this for every dance so far. She has really good build for Viennese Waltz when you're tall. It particularly suits it. Let's take a look. A gondola, okay. Oh, lovely. Not bad shaping. She is letting her shoulders come up just a little. Beautiful. Her shaping is pretty darn good. I'm gonna pause it for a second. They seem to be very deliberately choosing like kind of young songs for her, which partially I like because she is young and she has that kind of like young, joyful energy, so it kind of suits her. On the other hand, I kind of hope they do give her something that she can kind of like sink her teeth into as well dramatically, because I'm sure she can do it. I stopped it on this particular moment and I can see that her hands on his arm are kind of like this, and we want to close them or even flute them a little bit, just throwing that out there while I'm looking. Her frame is not bad at all. She is letting her shoulders, again, just pop up slightly. So dreamy. Yeah. Very elegant. She's also, you can tell she's just having an amazing time, which is always very good to see. Even though like she didn't close her fingers at a couple points, she is doing a really good job of fluting her fingers at various other points in the dance, which is nice. It's easy to forget the arms. Let's keep going. Nice. Yeah, obviously, she fell, like stumbled a little bit there, but only when she was coming back up, not during the trick itself, and she recovered beautifully. You can see it on her face a little. She's like, oh no, but the whole dance was really beautiful, so she should not feel bad about that. All right, guys, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much again for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Make sure to comment anything you'd like me to react to below. Things that have more votes usually end up higher in the queue. So that is in your hands. So comment below or like people's comments if you agree with them. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye.